Well, that was something. Barca win 3-0 but lose 3-4 aggregate to Atletico Madrid. Honestly, that was one of the greatest games I've seen this season for Barcelona. If we don't include the first leg, obviously, if this was just like a one match game, that was an incredible performance. But obviously, there was the first leg, and who would have thought that own goal from Eric Garcia would come bite us in the butt in the end? Because it was a one goal difference. But hey, we can't blame Eric Garcia for that. I mean, I guess we could, but let's not do that. Um, this game was so entertaining, but it was so one sided. That's the thing. Like it was entertaining from a Barca standpoint. If you're supporting Atletico Madrid, like you're like, I mean, I guess it's still entertaining for them because they still ended up winning, going through at least. But that was fun. 3-0. The first goal was incredible. Yamal absolutely skinned past Lookman, put a beautiful pass in for it was Bernal who started because I believe it's because De Jong's injured. That's why he's starting. So he ended up scoring twice, which we'll talk about, and then so it was Yamal assisting Bernal in the first half, and then after that, Pedri wins a penalty, and Rafinha places it into the left side. Keeper dove the wrong way. Keeper dove a bit early, but it's still a really good pen. I guess he waited for the keeper to dive, and then he made his shot, and then that was 2-0, so it was 2-4 at halftime, and the comeback, like it looked like it was gonna happen, especially because Barca were putting 1% chance, 99% faith on the socials. The Barca players were too as well, which was fun. Before the game started, like paying homage to Neymar for the PSG game, and then 2-4 halftime. Second half kind of slow, and then Joao Cancelo whips in a beautiful ball for Bernal, who on the first replay he looked offside, but when I saw it again, the replay, I was like, there was a chance he's onside here because his arm is offside, no doubt, but obviously arm doesn't matter. But he tucked his leg in, and so because he tucked his leg in, he was onside, from the actual angle. But we weren't able to see that because there's only so much the camera could show. So I'm actually surprised the VAR gave it because normally they stiff Barca when it comes to these decisions. So it's actually quite surprising. I guess even VAR wanted to see a comeback for entertainment value. I guess I don't know. So it's 3-4. There was obviously a bunch of other things that happened. Like I think everybody played incredible today. Like I don't recall a single player that played bad. Obviously Koundé came off injured. Maybe if Koundé played the whole game, because Koundé's been playing pretty decently recently. Maybe if he played the whole game, we could have had a different result. Maybe Barca could have come back. But Balde still did all right. Joan Garcia made the saves he needed to make. He only had 2 shots he had to save though, but still. Barca didn't even concede a single goal, not even an offside goal, which was great to see. But they did concede a few chances that were quite costly, or could have been quite costly. So thankfully nothing happened there. But yeah, Joan Garcia played great. Koundé obviously came off early. Cancelo played great, got an assist. The center back pairing between Martin and Kubarsi played great. Obviously Martin had a chance near the end of the game. He should have got on target at the very least, but he skied it over the net. That should have been a goal. And he had Rafinha right behind him as well. If he just lets that run, Rafinha has a chance to shoot it like he did against Inter Milan. But nope, he skied the ball. But yeah, Balde played all right. Obviously had to come off. I don't know why he had to come off. Like he had like some chest problem or something. So hopefully he's fine. Bernal played great, probably man of the match perhaps. I don't know. Maybe not man of the match, but he's up there for candidacy because yes, he did score both goals. One was a tap in, but it's still like good positioning, and the other one was a good finish too. But like he wasn't like a game changer. Like Pedri was like incredible. Yamal was like everybody was incredible. But like yeah, he's up there for man of the match. I mean he was a game changer. He scored 2 goals, but like he wasn't like a Pedri. You know what I mean? Like dictating the play game, I guess. or Yamal were skinning through past like every defender. But there were instances where Yamal was like doing too much, like being too greedy with the ball, where he should have been passing it. And I remember there's a chance at the end of the game or near the end of the game where Rafinha crosses in a ball and it goes past Araujo, because it was, I guess, too high for him, if I can remember. And then it's right there for a tap in, but Rashford is so far away for some reason. He's not there to tap in. If Rafinha was playing on the left side, like if Yamal crossed it in, I'm pretty certain Rafinha would have attacked that and finished that. It would have been 4-4. But Rafinha was playing on the right side because Rashford's got subbed in. So, yeah, it sucks. Fermin played great. Not the best. He didn't score or assist. But did he pass the ball to Pedri, I think? Oh, who won the penalty, I think. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure he did. Ferran had a few chances. Maybe he could have scored or at least got on target. He wasn't awful, but he could have played better, I feel like. And then, yeah, Rafinha played great too. Not the very best he could be, but he still played pretty good. And then Yamal played incredible too, but he could have played better, I feel like. But this guy's doing Ramadan, so he might be like a bit tired from fasting. So we'll let him off. And then Araujo came on. I didn't really see much from him, obviously, because he kind of came on too late. But he was doing the PK strategy where back in the day, Barca would bring on PK, or if PK is already starting, they would push PK up to the striker position. And then the Barca would play with two strikers, or if Suarez is already off, PK would be playing up top, or whoever Barca striker was at the time after Suarez left. I can't remember. And then Barca were doing that with Araujo, which made sense because Araujo in his academy days used to play as a striker, and he's also like very lethal when it comes to headers. But obviously, that didn't come to fruition at all. He did even have a single-headed opportunity. I don't think so. There were a few appeals for penalties here and there, but like nothing too serious. So I don't think the referee did awful. He could have actually he had a few instances where I remember in the first half Rafinha got pushed from behind and he said play on. He got pushed. He could have had a chance to shoot the ball. That's a yellow card. He had a chance to shoot the ball, but instead he gets pushed. It should have been a free kick, but no, not even a card, not even a foul. So yeah, that sucks. And maybe I can't remember if that was before he scored the penalty or if it was after he scored. I think it was before. So it doesn't really matter because they ended up scoring from a penalty if that's the case. Sorry, I'm just stretching my back. There are quite a lot of instances. Like Barca had so many corners. They had 0 corners, if I'm not mistaken. Barca had so many shots. They had barely any shot. I mean, They had 7 shots, I think, but only 2 on target. Whereas Barca had like maybe 20 or more, and maybe half were on target, I think. But yeah, the remontada was almost there, bro. And this was for the treble as well. Like people are saying, I saw a comment on YouTube saying it's only Copa del Rey. So it doesn't matter. You're still fighting for a trophy. Why? It doesn't matter if it's just Copa del Rey. It's a trophy at the end of the day, and it provides. It's 1/3 of the treble. You know what I mean? So comments are so dumb sometimes. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the game. And I remember people were saying like comebacks not happening, and they were right in the end. Obviously, comebacks not happening, but they were very close still. And if Barca play like with that intensity throughout the rest of the season, there's like no doubt they would win every single title. But as long as Barca win La Liga and the Champions League, I'm fine. Because wouldn't that be still a trouble? Because they won the Supercopa de España, but and then if they win Champions League and La Liga, wouldn't that be a trouble still? They wouldn't have the quadruple, which would have been Copa del Rey, of course, but that would still be a trouble. No, let me know in the comments. And let me know what you guys thought of the game. If you have any other comments, you can comment them. You can follow my socials. The links are in the description, and I appreciate if you made it this far. Bye.